We can expect an increase in insulin resistance in menopause with just changes in hormones. Decrease in estradiol, a decrease in progesterone, and potentially even a decrease in testosterone that influences muscle mass and all sorts of other aspects of our metabolic health. And what this means is that in midlife, we have to become increasingly focused on diet and exercise and lifestyle habits that support our blood sugar balance. And in particular, what I mean by that is we need to make sure that we are prioritizing sleep, that we are managing our stress as best as possible, we're not overdoing it on alcohol, all three of those things can influence blood sugar balance. And then we get into the more obvious pieces, which is, what are we eating? Are we eating so much carbohydrates and sugar that we are really imbalancing our blood sugar further? So that does not mean that we can't have carbohydrates. We just need to be making sure we're eating them in a balanced way, making sure we're getting enough protein in our diet, making sure that the carbohydrates we are enjoying do have a lot of extra fiber in them, or we can add some additional fiber, or a combination of the two. And so we also need to be prioritizing exercise, and not just exercise in the sense of structured exercise. Absolutely, we need to be doing strength training, walking as much as possible, some higher intensity intervals if we have the capacity for that. But we also need to be just generally moving as much as possible, especially after meals, where we can do a lot of good to reverse some of that insulin resistance. So even though it's an uphill battle, that does not mean that it is an impossible task. We just have to get better at our diet and lifestyle habits so that we can mitigate some of those negative changes that we can expect from hormonal shifts.